What is going on, lunatics? Binance just burned around 4 billion Luna Classic tokens. I'm going to show you why that matters in just a moment. We got an update on Terraform Labs. Want to go over something that happened over there. It's not going to help move the chart, but it is noteworthy. So we're going to at least cover it in passing. But the big news is the burn. The big news is that Richard Tang, long considered to be a Luna Classic maxi, participated in his first burn as the new CEO of Binance. So big things happening out here in the burn department. Now, if you know me for any length of time, you know that I'm not a fan of gigantic burns coming from some source like Binance or something like that. I think the repeg is where it's all gonna, that's where the quote unquote rubber hits the road, as they say. But it is important that we have this happening because it does continue to create interest in the community. Now, if you like this content, make sure that you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the bell to be notified, and leave a comment down below. Let me know that you are Luna Classic. Let me know that you love Luna Classic in the comments down below. Now, let's kick this off. We made a few changes in the format here as well. So, as you can see right here, breaking, Binance burns 3.9 million Luna Classic. This is the first burn since former CEO CZ Binance stepped down and proves they will continue to burn Luna Classic. The world's largest crypto exchange only burns BNB and Luna Classic. So that should tell you at least a little something about the type of support that's happening over here. And as we see, which we will see, the continued rise up and revival of Luna Classic as a chain and Binance as an entity, still the number one, but the margin has been slipping. But as we see Binance reassert itself as a dominant force in cryptocurrency, then we are going to see more burns. We're going to see more activity. We're going to see a lot more coming up in the next few months. This bull run is about to kick off. Another piece here is Binance updated their website for Luna Classic burn 4 billion LUNC, burn around 362,000. That's the number. This is a 5x increase in burn value compared to the last few months. Now, we can come over here and we can look and see what the burn amounts were. It's not significant previously. Again, that's part of the frustration that I would have when I'm looking at these, that, you're not seeing, you're not even seeing a billion being burned, and now you're over 4 billion. So fantastic results. Hopefully this continues, and hopefully this is just the start of a very bullish revival. It also indicates that retail could be returning to Luna Classic. And Terra Labs faces a 57 million class action lawsuit in Singapore High Court. Now, Singapore doesn't do things the same way that the United States does, or even South Korea for that matter. In a Singapore High Court battle, Terraform Labs and its founder, Du Quan, are facing the heat as a class action lawsuit gets a green light despite attempts to push it into arbitration based on website terms. Imagine investing in a promising digital coin only to watch its value crash overnight. Now, that's the story for 375 individuals who lost a staggering 57 million due to stablecoins' unexpected plunge away from the US dollar. Now they're spearheading a legal crusade against Terraform Labs, accusing them of foul play with their crypto. Exciting yet quite intense. So here's the thing. They haven't proven anything. They want to prove it in a Singapore court of law. So they don't have evidence of impropriety by Terraform Labs or Du Quan. What they're trying to do is use the court system in order to establish that there was something wrong or something like that. Now, the legal case right here, this was just Terraform Labs moving to dismiss this case and settle it in arbitration, and it just didn't work out that way. It doesn't mean that there's no there or that there is there. It just means that they want to try it out, they want to listen to it, they want to see what exactly is going on and happening, the court side, and get a little bit of clarity. The court initially denied Terraform's request for arbitration due to lack of evident agreement between the company and the claimant, not because of guilt, not because of evidence, but because there is no evident agreement between them. Even though Terraform showed a possible arbitration agreement, the court noted its actions in a legal proceeding, which implied acceptance of the court's jurisdiction. Despite appeals and case management efforts, the delays in addressing the jurisdictional challenge were deemed regrettable by the judge, who emphasized the need for faster resolution under new legislation introduced to expedite legal process in Singapore. So we're going to see this move pretty quickly. Now, the question is, in this situation, 375 people lost $57 million. And what they're doing is, by the way, you can see this right here, based on website terms, despite attempts to push into arbitration based on website terms. Now, what are the website terms? You might be asking yourself. Well, that's a great question. The website terms are very simple. You're doing this at your own risk. You are doing this in there was the spiral that happened. There is a certain risk, and it was clarified in the white paper that there was risk with an algorithmic stablecoin, and that there were possibilities that could be attacked. There were possibilities that something bad could happen. That this was an experimental process. They did not care when they were making profit. They only cared when they were taking loss. Now that cannot the look. I think the Singapore courts are going to end up siding with Terraform Labs on this one. They can't side. Reasonably, you cannot side with the people who've lost their money, even though it's tragic. It is tragic, but you can't side with those people because you go into things with an expectation of risk. You cannot cash out the reward without accepting the full responsibility for the risk. You are doing your own research, making your own determination, and the fact that you don't do your own research and that you don't calculate that risk into your investment, that's just silly. That's just silly. That's why people get wrecked. That's why people get scammed. And I'm not saying that you got scammed on Terraform Labs, but in essence, Citadel Lab, Jump Crypto, that we now know was partaking in this and part of it. And we knew that by Zach XBT, but we didn't understand Jump Crypto trading at the time. But we understand these were the people that were doing it, not Duquan. So having a little bit of that as clarity, that should go a long way. Now, as far as governance proposals, not really anything in governance right now. Pay per job, remember we talked about this yesterday, then we upgraded 2.3.2. So those are still running, but pay per job still seems to be like it looks like it's going to probably get approved. Again, I'm not a big fan of it. I would think that there has to be a skeleton crew of something like that, but I think maybe that that'll happen. So Luna Classic on the rise after a massive dump. Now, when did the massive dump happen? Well, it happened as soon as Binance made their announcement, because buy the rumor, sell the news. That was the course of the day, and somebody was out there just waiting for their opportunity to dip. Now, what ended up happening the other? Well, we still have this as the goal. We're still bullish. After the last hour, people are starting to see this. They're like, you know what? Time to buy this dip. So if you were paying attention in the last couple of hours, then you are up about 7% if you bought the bottom. So this is, there's still a lot of enthusiasm. There's still a lot going on. Now, of course, we look at it from a 24-hour perspective and we see it coming down. We're like, why price go down? Or something like that, whatever you say. But it looks like we've got a little bit of reversal. The volume of trading, that should be, we should be noting that the volume of trading is down a little bit over the last 24 hours. USTC, volume of trading down significantly, coming back to what we would call a semblance of normal, perhaps. Here's the thing. You don't need volume of trading, by the way, if you are going to maintain in a position. You can see the tightening Bollinger Bands along this right here, and then you saw the spike to the downside. Well, when this starts to tighten up one more time, you might see a reversal back towards the up. Now, I'm not sure exactly which direction this chart is going to go. I do think that I think we said this before, that we have there's a destiny that we have here with the 200 SMA, which is also my indicator down here. So I get the sense, I get the feeling that we've got at least some downside correction due. This downside correction is not that far from the zero. So we could be in a very good situation for a bounce down here and then a big move back up in this direction right now. I'm still not entirely confident that we're going to continue this. Remember, when I was talking about this, if you're looking at this purple right here, this was me saying there's a continuation pattern that's been happening. Let's see if that continuation pattern plays out. And so far, it hasn't played out. It's consolidating sideways. But here's the other part. It's consolidating sideways. There is a little bit more resistance up here near the top, around 13. So we'll see if we get back into 13 range. Can we break our way through 13? We've already had people sell, and sell. So that next push through is going to be a lot less selling. So we'll see what happens here. But it looks like we're in good position for continuation of this trend. Remember, Bitcoin continues to test highs, continues to test high. Bitcoin hit 39,000 this morning, and a lot of money comes out of all of these altcoins when Bitcoin runs. So it could be that we're just looking at people getting in on the Bitcoin pump. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hit the like button, subscribe button, the bell to be notified of future content, and leave a comment down below letting me know that you are a Luna Classic holder. And this is not financial advice. My name is Bleaves. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again